Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the first pick in the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it. And boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well. Helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
From the time he entered the NFL, Terrell Suggs has been a load to block for anyone. His ability to get upfield and make plays in the backfield, almost unparalleled.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Brees. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler, gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And this matchup, an important one for week 1, an NFC East. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 3rd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's in different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. George Kittle, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one taken just inside the 10.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed cross. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Returnable for Grant. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got Swaim here as tight end out right. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
380. Right there, 56. Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, watch the ball. Alert flare.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Here we go.
Pass incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
11 yards there, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Incomplete.
This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Now Breeze on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
23 yards the pickup there. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the counter, here's Gordon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going with that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Breeze now. It's brought in right side by Gann. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here comes Grant on the return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, pop.
Here's Gordon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
He's got him.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
From the 41, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Good. Check, check.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We got this.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he slides to avoid the hill. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Break that. 54, Mike. Watch the run.
Now Gordon on first down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Breeze now to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Breeze. Ebron with it over the middle. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Breeze. And the pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And Stills bringing it in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. and let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Wilson.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
First down, a run with Hyde. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Complete to Seth Roberts.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
First down and goal to go.
On first down, Wilson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On the ground, Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. You don't see that at times, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give running right, it's high. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
So out now come the Redskins. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Ready.
And Redskins first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't
Breeze now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ricky. Good work, boys.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 5-8. 54 Mike. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Ready.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back, it's Alvin Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Mike's by 4. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On third down, Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Ready? Yellow lady. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Breeze now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line.
Automatic first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Breeze again. It's brought in by Doxson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
Oh, well executed. Now Breeze wants the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 40, the 20, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Vecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
5-8, 5-8, 55. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle and caught by the tight end, Clay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios.
Ready? 5-9.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now Breeze. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Breeze now. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Breeze now to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. A very solid gain of 27.
First and goal, Washington.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll run it with Kamara. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuck from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Get ready.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Back.
This is Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.